I will present you the OCC project. Clearly, it will be less technical than the previous presentations. So, first, I will present briefly what is the principle of this project, and then I will present what is the National Competence Center in Belgium, which started some months ago, and our actions, and then some complementary information and contacts and so on. So, what is UOCC? There are two projects started in September, so UOCC and Castiel, which are strongly linked to HPC project also. And the idea is to boost the European HPC knowledge and opportunities. And it's funded by the European Union H2020 funding program. So UOCC is a big project regrouping a lot of countries, and for each participating country, the idea is to establish a single national competence center, NCC, in the area of high-performance computing and high-performance data analytics. Each NCC will coordinate the activities in these fields at the national level and will serve as a contact point for customers from industry, science, HPC experts, and general public. So it's not dedicated to only one public, it's really generic. And as I said, it's funded by Europe through H2020 funding program, funding the half by Europe, and depending on the country, depending on the institution, the remaining can be funded by the regional partner. For example, for Belgium, the regions. And also, I talk about Castiel. So Castiel is another project. I will not focus on it in this presentation, but to know it's a coordination and support action project. And the idea is to lead to a cross-open networking activities between the NCC. So it deals about training, industrial interaction, cooperation, business development, awareness, and the idea is clearly to promote the networking among these NCC, because OCC builds the NCCs and Castiel make it to work together. And the idea is to strengthen the ID exchange by developing best practices. So, as I said, the relation between UOCC and Castiel is mainly Castiel combines the NCCs from UOCCs into a pan-European network. So clearly, it's I would say the human aspect of the UHPC project, which is focused on infrastructure. And here, the idea is to aggregate the competencies on HPC, HPDA, and artificial intelligence to increase the competitiveness of the Euro partner. And yeah, if you want more information on the dedicated Castiel project, you have the link in the presentation. So in the UOCC project, as I said, there is a lot of countries, more or less the entire Europe, I would say, and even more than this. It's coordinated by the High Performance Computing Center at Stuttgart. And now the mission of the UOCC clearly is the same for each NCC. And so for each country, the tasks are the same, which is, I would say, quite obvious, but there is 6 main missions, not ordered, but you will see. Clearly, there is a big effort on the training offer. So because there is, if we want to give access to the HPC to a large audience, we need to train this audience. You will see after a while and how. Then we have to support the usage of HPC and data analytics in general, to set up a framework to ease the access to the HPC and HPDA for the infrastructure, but also with the skills to industry. Identify also develop competencies at the national level, obviously, but also at the European level, because we think as Europe is one big partner, I would say. We have to facilitate access to the system and to scientific and technical expertise and knowledge pools. So clearly is to ease how to access to the infrastructure, to access to the expertise. And then what is, for example, today, set up a communication and dissemination action to improve the awareness of the people. Now we focus on the National Competence Center in Belgium. So who are we? We are the 10 university in Belgium. So from CECI for the French-speaking universities, VSC for the 5 Flemish-speaking universities, which is also the tier 1 operator for Flanders. CNRO, so I am from CNRO, and we are a research center on numerical simulation and data analytics, and we are the tier 1 operator for Wallonia. You can see the website also here. And Innovaris, which is a research and innovation hub for Brussels. And I will now present the main actions and I would say the task on the 6 big missions you see before. So about the training and skill development, as I said, the idea is to give the skills to use HPC and HPDA. And the first part of our work would be to identify what is existing in terms of training and what we need to develop or to share with European partners of NCC, because the training support can be shared and there is no need to duplicate the thing. So if needed, we have to prepare new training sessions when necessary, and we have also a big work in prepare the trainers, because we cannot train people if we don't have the skills internally. So there will be also a HPC teaching kit which will be developed. Then clearly, if we have the training but not the student, I would say there is no usage. So we have to develop and communicate about these training opportunities to set up training sessions. And also, I think the pandemic is increasing the need of this, but clearly it was the plan before. There is something which is needed is shared online digital platform to allow online training. The second point is about technology transfer and business development. So the aim is to support technology transfer in terms of know-how, of applications, of tools, to ease the use of, to increase the competitiveness and to give access to the HPC facilities. Because if you have a big HPC facilities, but it's not easy to access for industrial, for academic, it will not be used as it should. So there is also an action about identifying the potentially interested user communities and their needs, because maybe some of them are not identified yet, to set up a framework to the technology transfer for dedicated use cases with industry. For example, we think more about industry in this case, so it's clearly to bring industry in this HPC HPC journey. And then at the end of the 2 years project, because for the moment it's a 2-year project, summarize the best practice and success stories to reach more industrial companies. And then there is an action dedicated to industry, here. And clearly here is to ease and increase the usage of HPC by industry, because at this moment we think it's too low. So first we have to identify some changes for some sectors. Not all, because we cannot, but clearly some challenges, and to define and make proof of concepts for each of these challenges. Then, when we made it, the idea is to capitalize on this proof of concept, what worked, what didn't work, and to make a feedback from this first industrial partners, and build a new way of working with industry. So, for example, securing technical aspects, securing legal aspects, security aspects, for example, so data encryption and so on, and also economic aspect, because it's important to be competitive also in the economic aspects. And also we have to define how to transfer the innovation to generate new ideas and maintain the continuous link between, let's say, the HPC environment and the industrial actors. The next action, the next big action is about mapping of the competencies in HPC, in big data, and in artificial intelligences at the national level, but also at the European level. So the idea is to know, I would say, nearly in real time, what competence we have, what competence we can reach, and what we need to develop, I would say. And what we need to develop is obviously linked to the training action. So the main work, I would say, is to define and questionnaires to identify the current status and gaps. And this is a continuous action. It has to be up to date. And clearly each National Competence Center is responsible for its own country, and there is shared information between each NCC to get a European status. The next one is about the facilitation of access to the system, to the expertise, both scientific and technical, and clearly is to give a quick access and ease this access to infrastructure and expert support. Because sometimes we have what we want, we have the people trained, but it's not easy to give CPU hours, for example, or to it's not, we don't know how to submit a project to get these hours. There's some or we don't know what infrastructure is available or not. So clearly is first to gather this information on access policies, on expertise, on support, so what support is offered in the Belgian ecosystem, identify the bottlenecks based on experience for industrial feedback. For example, if we already know that some industrials are not familiar with Linux, or once prefer to get access through a graphical interface. So this has to be identified, and the most important has to be transformed in suggestions to improve the user environment and access policies. And then when we reach this at the Belgian level, and each NCC have done it in this national level, the idea is to contribute to the definition of best practices at the European level. Okay, so the last one is awareness and question and collaboration. So clearly here is to set up and run a communication and dissemination action plan. The first idea is to identify and set up the communication media, such as the website, mailing list, social networks, outreach equipment. So this is ongoing, it's not finished yet. clearly, and also identify target groups and dissemination action, such today, for example, as a networking event, knowledge-based communication strategy. So altogether, the idea is to reach a maximum of potentially interested people and institutions. So I would say more information and contact information and contact for you if you are interested in. So there is the first generic website of EuroCC, the EuroCC project.eu. There is also another, I would say, EuroCC website, which is set up by Castiel, which I think, and here you can find today a first mapping of competencies and trainings in Europe. So you have already access to a search engine to find some trainings and classified by your language and so on. There is also the National Center, Competence Center Belgium website. It's really fresh. It is online since yesterday, so there is little information for the moment, but clearly it will be enriched in the next weeks. And then, if you are interested, for example, to be in the future mailing list, or if you have any question or any contacts, if you want to discuss with me, here is my email, and so we can discuss further. So feel free to contact me. There is really no problem for this. And as I said, there is a lot of work to be done on these aspects, those contact and so on. So the mailing list is not put for the moment. The social network, we didn't set anything for the moment, but the work is ongoing. Thank you for your attention.